So I think we're live. Yeah. I mean, and again, it's like next time. Sorry. We don't have numbers, right? Every time I talk to him, thank you. John's getting straight. So I guess we're going to put it on. It's going to be 3 teams of 15. Which will be cool. 3 teams of 15. Yeah, 3 teams of 15. What do you want me to do? I think we probably should do it. I know that's weird. How you doing? Yeah, you did good. Yeah. I don't know if I mean I could do it on the side, but not like to do it in the back corner. I mean you can do it in the front corner. It's also back there, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, so I said when we do that, and that banner off to the side. And I think that'll give us a number. I just want to get rolling on time. Those videos are loaded. I tested them. We're live on the live stream. We'll be able to use this to click through, right? Where's our speaker? Just arrow forward.
morning, everybody. Can you hear me all right? A couple head nods to the back, all right. Hey, welcome. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here from so far away and to participate in our Q4 event. This is super cool. And even though it's 7 o'clock, it'll still be super cool. So thank you for being here. Again, we want to welcome you to our Q4 event. This has become an integral and special part of our meeting rhythms because it allows us to be able to report to all of you how we've done during this last quarter and what critical numbers and things we'll be focusing on for the next 3 months. So welcome. We're very glad to be able to have everyone here. I especially want to thank all of the participating partners in the contact center. I think that Mike Fleming's here somewhere, and Garrett. Mike's there in the back. Garrett's also there in the back. Thank you. Josh Taylor's somewhere around here too, and then Caleb. So thank you very much. We'd also like to welcome other Moxie partners from around the nation. Thank you for being here. And then also we've got the founding partner and my partner, the principal partner, Jason Walton, here today. And so we're extremely glad to be able to have his time and his attention and to be able to have him here. This meeting, it's 90 minutes, so we've got 2 hours of material to go over in just about 90 minutes, and so we are going to jump right in. Here is our agenda. Shortly after this, we will get onto our brand focus. We'll have a short team training. We'll review some of the KPIs that we've been focusing on over the last quarter and over the last year. We'll roll out our Q4 critical number to take us through the rest of the year. We'll have a couple of endorsements from some of our direct sales people, and then we'll have a few minutes for looking ahead. There's a handful of people here. This is such a great meeting for me because it's a chance to be able to give thanks and express gratitude and appreciation for the people that deserve it the most, and that's all of you that are here. And so at Moxie, we focus on the numbers. The numbers are extremely important to us. And we had an all-day conference yesterday with participating contact center partners, and we reviewed a lot of them. I told them yesterday that numbers are so important that there's even a book in the Bible called Numbers, and so that's how important numbers are. But I would hope that all of us can understand and realize that behind each of those numbers are people. There's customers, there's employees, and that's a very important thing. It's a big deal. As far as reporting on our Q3 number, we did really well. This, as far as value goes, was probably the most valuable critical number that we focused on, of how we can improve, of what stocks we can improve their lives, what they become on this. And so get with Jessica and Eleni or John, please. But we will be having a game night, and I think that some of the dates that have been thrown around are either Saturday, September 12th, or possibly Saturday, I think, October 20th. People that have celebrated their Moxiversary, and so we'd like to recognize Danny, who at the end of this month will celebrate 6-year Moxiversary. It's kind of funny. So when you're a service person or you're a field expert, you're able, once you hit your 5 years, you're able to purchase a truck for $1. And so Danny was able to do that last year. When you're the contact center director or the operations manager, you just get a hug from me when you hit your 5 years. And so Nicole, we'd like to recognize Nicole. She is our scheduling manager. She was this last quarter, 2 years with the company. We'd like to also celebrate and recognize Jocelyn, who works remotely for us to provide value and support to our account care team remotely. And then also Amanda. Where's Amanda at? Yeah, over here, hey, Amanda. And so Amanda as well, celebrating 1 year. So thank you. This summer was absolutely busy and wild, and I certainly want to recognize our one of the most terrible, awesome opportunities that we had is I made a short on the 18th of that month, and so I cried, and after I cried, I said, John, we got a lot of work to do. You're going to be very sweaty and very busy, and so am I. And we were very proud to be able to announce that we got every single one of those jobs. Done. In fact, in the last, I think, 2 or 3 years, we've never rescheduled on a customer, and we've never rescheduled a route, and we've never pushed a customer into a different month than when they were scheduled. And so we take a lot of pride in that. Our customers rely on us, they depend on us, and they expect us to keep their schedules. And so we do. And so that was a very hot, sweaty time for our service department. And I thank them for pulling together and working 6 days a week and very, very early mornings and very, very late nights. On top of that, Travis, in a moment, he'll review some of our key performance indicators and talk a little bit about some of the growth that we've been able to experience in the contact center and also here locally in Phoenix. Yesterday, the conference that we had, we talked very specifically about different branches that were participating in the contact center. During this meeting, we'll mostly just report on Phoenix people, and then we kind of lined a few others out so that we can just have a perspective of where we stand. But I also want to thank everyone that works in our contact center. It's absolutely amazing the growth that we've experienced. And you know, we talk about our service people working early mornings and late nights. We keep our contact center staff around the clock as early as 4 a.m. or 4:30 a.m. local time, and up to 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. depending on the time of year, local time as well. And so thank you. When our customers call, when they have questions, when they have inquiries, we are there to be able to resolve quickly and professionally the questions that they might have. And we couldn't have done that without everyone here. So thank you. Inside sales, Marina's done a fantastic job over the last quarter and especially the last month or two. She's amongst one of the top closers in the company and boasts a $750 plus contract value. And so I'm very grateful for her. It's interesting, I don't know what happened. 2 months ago, I was her direct manager, and then Brian Smithson has been helping her the last 2 months, and over the last 2 months, she's really taken off. And so the only thing that I know that's changed is I'm not managing her anymore, and Brian is. So I'm not managing her anymore, and Brian is. So Brian's going to start to manage a lot more people. Our account care team, who handles our retention, they are the #2 team nationally as far as save rate goes. And we went from having that be a giant one-person department as early as March 1st of this year up to 5. And our account care team just last month took over 1,000 requests and saved at, I believe, 40+%. And so we're grateful for those opportunities, and we're grateful for all the hard work that you guys do. Those calls aren't always fun, but we're extremely grateful for how you handle them and how you've been performing. A few other things, Brian Smithson, if you guys haven't had a chance to meet him, do. He received a really great honor just back in May. He achieved his ACE. Less than 1%, less than probably 0.1% of all applicators achieve this milestone. Just to fill out the application correctly is a feat in and of itself. And so Brian achieved his ACE. PCT magazine did a piece on him and recognized him. And so we are nations. A couple of about a year ago, Travis and I said, hey, so it looks like we're in the contact center business. We don't know anything about that, so we should probably figure that out. And so we went to a conference back in November, and you know, my wife calls it a nerd conference, which it is. And it's called the ICMI demo. In the contact center space, there's 2 players that matter: CCW, which is Contact Center Weekly, and then the ICMI demo. We vetted them both. We chose this one. We went to it in Vegas last November, and we were lost. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know how to run it. And we found when we got there that no one really did. And we, in fact, were actually ahead of the curve. We made some connections. We told our story, and they invited Travis this October. And so if anyone's in Chicago at the end of the month, you can hear Travis speak at the CMI demo. But we're starting to become recognized inside and outside of Moxie as industry leaders.
Awesome. Yes. Good morning, everyone. My name is Josh Grossbeck, and as Austin said, he asked me to speak speak on genuine. Just a little bit about myself. I've been in field tech for about 5 months now, so love my job and I'm trying to stay in this Austin Fires. So, but genuine, this is kind of funny that I was asked to speak on this because growing up I really didn't swear. But clearly now I do understand it. Some words that help me understand this are original, real, and authentic. Moxie's team talent page says, be genuine, be sincere, be ethical, and be yourself. We uphold high standards of integrity. An honest person is sincere and direct. Being genuine means we are motivated to be respectful and reputable. We make each daily interaction genuine, showing empathy and building personal connections every chance we get. We are fair-minded, genuine is honest, and we earn trust from everyone we meet. So genuine is something that is essential to building real, lasting, and efficient relationships. Our relationships amongst our coworkers is the first place we can apply this, rather than seeing a customer every 3 months. Every morning we are so blessed to listen to B. John Mayer every morning and tell us what we can do better because we know what's messed up the week before. In this meeting, both John and the technicians are genuine. So if John and the technicians are genuine, true results and solutions can come from this meeting. But if either party isn't genuine, the meeting becomes ineffective. The reason I say that is, if we just don't put real input into this meeting, we can just say yes, we'll do better, but rather than giving our input on why we messed up or anything like that, the meeting just goes to waste. That's why we have it, so we can give our feedback. With customers, I see being genuine as a key role in setting high expectations. If we are direct in explaining the results and timeframes that will take place, customers will be more pleased with the pest control. Amongst the community, as we are genuine and do our work with integrity, we will be noticed. More people are watching us than we realize. Rather than having to lie to people, customers can get themselves an amazing service to sell by being consistent with our work. But being consistent is a part of being genuine. The book I've been reading, it's about businesses. It's called Amaze Every Customer Every Time. It's by Steph. Everyone in the business has their hand in building and sustaining a culture that delivers amazement to both customers and employees. As Moxie, we call ourselves a team and a family. We have great culture so far. And as we continue to each put our hand in that building block for a culture of genuine, as new employees come onto the team, they want to stay. That's the few things why I've stayed with Moxie for 5 months I've been here, because it's genuine and real, and we develop lasting relationships. So yeah.
Thanks, Josh. That was awesome. Josh was part of the field care team just over this last summer. I think that it was July or August that we kind of had that little fudge. And so Josh was part of the team that helped us get out of that hole. So thank you very much, Josh. We want to invite Celeste up now. Celeste will speak to us on being the solution. Celeste she's absolutely positively fantastic. She's a mother of 2. And you have to be the solution when you have kids or you'll die. And so Celeste is absolutely wonderful.
Okay. All right. I'm so excited to be here. I work at see everyone very often, but I'm really excited to talk about the solution. So what Moxie says about being the solution is we eagerly take ownership of what's in our control to get a job done right. It gets tough to put on our game face and turn obstacles into opportunities. It's an understatement to say we take pride in our work. We live by the motto, if the things we're doing is worth doing well. And that means we work diligently and efficiently. So what be the solution means to me is taking a challenging situation, owning it, and not being afraid to step outside the box to make improvements to work more efficiently. When I took over the special scheduling, which is what I do, which is all of our customers that require certain days or times of the day, or just all kinds of that, or all of those kinds of things, I get those guys scheduled. It was a position. I get those guys scheduled. It was a position that was kind of a work in progress. My name is Jessica Travis, and we have a good foundation, but it was still pretty new. And we were also adding branches every couple of months, which meant our customer base was growing leaps and bounds. It was challenging, not only in that there were all of these customers that had very specific requests for how they wanted to be scheduled, but every month there were more and more of them, just really time consuming. So what I love about Moxie is it's okay to ask questions and it's okay to share ideas. More importantly, it's okay to share ideas without the fear of being laughed at or being told your ideas aren't important, not important enough to listen to. So I've shared my thoughts and ideas about ways to improve the special process a lot. Never once, or never have I even been told that, well, we're doing it this way and there's no need to change it. I'm not saying all my ideas are successful, but what's important is that I was able to voice them. We've been able to implement a lot of great changes to the special scheduling process. So what started off as struggling to get 3 branches scheduled by the 25th of every month has over the last several months developed into now, for September, we got 7 branches scheduled by like the 19th or 20th. So I was able to get a jump on October so that now we can get all of the holiday stuff scheduled by the 19th or 20th. So I was able to get a jump on October so that now we can get all of the holiday stuff scheduled without fear of having to push. So Moxie finds itself in a really unique position right now. We've exponentially expanded our employee base over the last couple months. And while yes, this helps us get bodies into the office to help support our customers, our field, it also gives every new employee they have a new set of eyes, new experiences, and a new way of looking at things. And it gives them a whole new perspective on our processes. So every single one of us at Moxie has the power to be in, whether you're inbound, contact, account care, any of our positions are field experts. If you have any ideas on how things can be done differently, say something. Let someone know, start a dialogue about it. Just because something's being done a certain way now doesn't mean there's just a handful of us that do each of our positions. You're one of the few that do your job, and you best know the ins and outs of what you've done. You know where there's a better way to tackle. Different situations. Like if you work in alerts, is there a better way to handle the alerts? Brainstorm, think of something. Let someone know about all these great ideas you have. You guys have. If there's a better way to manage for our account care, there's a better way to manage like agreement questions versus cancel requests, say something. If you have an idea, let someone know. Let's brainstorm and see how we can figure out the best way to do that. With that though, I think sometimes it's easy to say that we don't like the way something's being done, but it's not as easy to offer those solutions. And teenagers complain a lot, and they don't like the way things are done. So when they started getting a little older and becoming preteens, I came up with this saying in my house, and it's, don't complain if you're not going to do anything. So one of the best ways to take ownership of something that is in your control is to offer up ideas and offer solutions on ways to improve it. It's more likely that a problem will get solved quicker if there are already existing options for us to choose from on how we can do things. Being the solution, though, doesn't have to stop at your position either. Be the solution for our customers. Moxie's great at offering ways that we can hear people send their home, or even making sure that they're scheduled on the exact day that they want. We're our customers' advocates. Be the solution for them in a way that hasn't been done before. Whatever the case may be, I can assure you, when you're able to take control and find a way to do something in a way that
only maybe 4 people.
Vigilant and very I'm vigilant and very cautious of when I say what I do when I'm wearing that because I know it means something. It means something very important. If Moxie is willing to commit to me as an employee by offering something, myself just as much. I'm sure it's easier to commit to something you truly believe in than to be forced to commit something that doesn't feel right. The overall vision, the people who hired me, they're part of, and they choose to make the office staff smooth, and they give us tools to improve the quality of life for our customers, team,